Well, I've always been in pretty good shape. I played soccer in college. When I was in law school, I was active in rugby. I've always been active at the gym. It's my stress reliever. I was actually working out, and I was running on a trail, and my knee just started to get sore. I'm used to being a little sore after working out, but this was something that when I woke up the next day, it just didn't go away. It wasn't a pop or anything like that, but it was just a nagging injury that I knew that I needed to get looked at. I just really assumed that they were going to tell me that I needed to rest it. I sat down, he came in, he reviewed the MRI with me. It said that I had a meniscal tear as well as a tear of my ACL. He was very, very frank with me and said that you can't do anything that you used to be able to do anymore. You can never run again. Maybe you could swim, and it looks like in about 5 to 7 years you're going to need a knee replacement. When somebody tells you that you can't do something you love any longer, you know, it is something that it's almost like a death, and you're like, what am I going to do now? And it was emotional. It was something that was very trying for me. I went home, I talked to my wife, we said that there has to be other options out there for us, and we just went and found them. I went to sports medicine at Penn and met with Dr. Carey, and he really sat down with me and I believe knew what my goals were going in.
Frank's goals were to return to all activities without limitation, which is reasonable for someone that's his age. And then so we chose a treatment plan that was consistent with that. I wouldn't be a very popular sports medicine physician if I just discontinued everyone's participation in sports. Another physician had recommended getting his knee replaced. And the concerns for that are he would not be able to resume jogging and running and cutting and pivoting activities. What I recommended was a staged procedure. The first step was to take a little tic-tac sized piece of articular cartilage, and we sent it up to a laboratory, and they grew millions and millions of his own cells. And then a few months down the road, that's when he underwent the ACL reconstruction as well as fixing the cartilage defect.
You know, when somebody tells me they're going to go into my leg, take out cartilage and grow it somewhere else, you know, I kind of scratch my head and wonder what's going on here. He felt very confident about doing the surgery, and frankly I don't think he would have recommended it if he didn't believe that he could have really helped me, because he knew that I wanted to get back to a very high level of performance. I came back and I said, you know, let's get this done. I started rehab literally within a week after my surgery. The big part about the ACI procedure is it's a long rehabilitation process. I think I was non-weight bearing for 6 to 7 weeks. Dr. Carey was an integral part in that. He stayed in contact with my physical therapist on a weekly basis.
It's just not biologically plausible that the cells are ready to withstand load and shear too early. And so it's not until after 6 months that the patients are allowed to participate in impact activities.
After about 8 weeks, I was able to get up and ambulate. I do CrossFit 4 days a week. And it took me until, I think after the first of the year, when I started actually feeling strong enough in my knee to go back to CrossFit. I feel great. I mean, it's just such a relief to be able to do the things that I want. I have twins that are 9. They are very active. I'm constantly chasing them around. I love the fact that I'm able to just get back to my regular life. My life, a life in motion, is worth Penn Medicine.